Star Trek fans, you might want to grab a few Romulan ales for this one. The newest addition to the Star Trek universe has arrived, and it's everything you could have hoped for. From the creators of Discovery and Picard comes the latest sci-fi show that will have you on the edge of your seat. Starfleet Academy, a brand new Trek series set in the hallowed halls of Starfleet Academy. Now, this new addition to the Star Trek universe takes you on a journey through the Starfleet Academy. But don't worry, it's not all boring classes and studying. You get to follow the lives of a young group of cadets who are training to become the next generation of Starfleet officers. And let me tell you, these guys have some serious skills and shenanigans up their sleeves. Therefore, prepare to beam aboard for a hilarious journey into space and into the hearts of Trekkies everywhere, as we explore all we know about the new Starfleet Academy show. So what is Starfleet Academy? Think life aboard the USS Enterprise, but with finals, curfews, and unidentifiable goop in the cafeteria food. The series will follow a new class of hopeful cadets as they navigate friendships and rivalries, tackle their studies, and face the challenges of finding themselves, all while defending the Federation from ominous threats lurking in the darkness of space. The official logline is pretty epic. Starfleet Academy will introduce us to a young group of cadets who come together to pursue a common dream of hope and optimism. Under the watchful and demanding eyes of their instructors, they will discover what it takes to become Starfleet officers as they navigate blossoming friendships, explosive rivalries, first loves, and a new enemy that threatens both the Academy and the Federation itself. Sounds like warp speed fun is in our future, and with Star Trek Discovery ending after 5 seasons, Starfleet Academy series could launch a Phase 2 of Trek adventures for years to come. The idea of an Academy series has been discussed for decades, dating back to plans for a Starfleet Academy movie in the 1990s. So keep watching as there is more juicy news for you. Where will the Starfleet Academy be located? Alright cadets, the $1 million question is, where will this Starfleet Academy actually be located? Now, the announcement doesn't give any specific location, just saying that students will come of age in one of the galaxy's most legendary places. Here's the deal, it would be pretty epic if the new show takes us back to the OG Starfleet Academy headquarters in everyone's favorite city, San Francisco. We're familiar with that location from past Trek shows, so going back would be a nostalgia trip. In past Trek shows, we have gotten glimpses of the Academy in San Francisco, including in the Wrath of Khan and the Next Generation, though the location has varied over the years from Horseshoe Bay to Van Nuys, California. The plotting's a mess, even Picard and Discovery couldn't decide on a consistent location. But we'll never forget when USS Discovery crew went back to hug their favorite tree in People of Earth. Now there's also a chance we'll discover an all-new, totally stellar Starfleet Academy campus that we've never seen before. The producers want this series to introduce Trek to a new generation, so starting fresh at an unseen academy could do the trick. So we'll just have to wait and see where the ship brings us. The wonder of discovery is part of Starfleet's mission statement after all. So for now, the Academy's location remains shrouded in mystery, and that is half of the fun. The most important thing is there will be epic adventures and space surprises in store no matter where this Academy calls home. Engage. So when will Star Trek Starfleet Academy release? Well, you don't want to miss this, when we will see Star Trek Starfleet Academy series in action. The bad news is that no official premiere date has been announced yet, but reports indicate production is slated to begin in 2024. So based on the standard Trek production timeline, we'd put our credits on a 2025 debut. With a typical 11-month shoot schedule after pre-production, plus several more months for post and special effects, a mid to late 2025 premiere slot seems like a safe wager. But without an official green light for production, the warp drive on this estimate could rev at any minute. What we do know is Star Trek Strange New Worlds is aiming for a new season each year, so if Starfleet Academy has a similar 10-episode run and production schedule, 2025 looks like the most promising window for Season 1. There is even a chance Starfleet Academy could get renewed for Season 2 before Season 1 airs, just like with Star Trek Strange New Worlds and Star Trek Lower Decks. So, for now, we can only speculate, hone our Vulcan salutes, and live out our Academy fantasies in the holodeck. But the moment Word 1 drops about a premiere date, you better believe I will be sounding red alerts to mobilize my fellow cadets. Starfleet Academy production, story, cast, setting, and everything else we know. You won't believe what just happened, so keep watching. Alex Kurtzman, the man behind Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Picard, is teaming up with Noah Landau, creator of CW's Nancy Drew, to bring you this all-new original series, Star Trek Starfleet Academy. That's right, folks, admission is now open to the most prestigious academy in the galaxy, and you don't want to miss this. From their joint statement, for the first time in over a century, Starfleet Academy will be reopened to individuals a minimum of 16 Earth years, or species equivalent, who dream of exceeding their physical, mental, and spiritual limits. And let's be real, who doesn't want that? The coursework will be rigorous, the instructors among the brightest lights in their respective fields, and those accepted will live and study side by side with the most diverse population of students ever admitted. But wait, there's more. The Academy Show will be executive produced by Gaia Viallo, creator of the prime thriller series Absentia, and written by her as well. Aaron Byers, Jenny Lumet, Rod Roddenberry, Trevor Roth, Frank Siracusa, and John Weber will also be executive producing. Star Trek Starfleet Academy will be produced by CBS Studios in association with Secret Hideout and Roddenberry Entertainment. Now, we know what you're all thinking, but what's the setting, who are the characters, who's in the cast? And while we don't have all the details yet, what we do know is that the Academy is being reopened for the first time in over a century, which fits with the show being set in the 32nd century. In Discovery Season 4, we found out that due to the burn, Starfleet hadn't had a proper academy in 125 years. So it's safe to say that this is going to be a whole new generation of Starfleet officers in training. Now, we don't know who will be starring in the show just yet, but we do have a few ideas. Mary Wiseman, who played Sylvia Tilly on Star Trek Discovery, was already set up as an instructor at the Academy in Season 4. So we're hoping to see her play a lead or a supporting role in the new series. And since the Academy is where all Starfleet officers start out, we could see a wide range of alien species represented from Ferengi to Klingons. The tone of Star Trek Starfleet Academy is still unknown, but we're hoping for a lighter, more irreverent approach than some of the other recent Star Trek shows. And with Tony Newsom, writer and voice actor for Star Trek Lower Decks, joining the writer's room, we're sure to get some laughs. Now, we know some of you might be feeling a little anxious about this, but hear us out. This is cause for celebration. If you have ever encountered Tony Newsom, you know that this guy has more energy than a warp core. And if that is what's being brought to Star Trek Starfleet Academy, we are all on board to see what that might look like. Sure, Tony running the show doesn't necessarily mean we're getting a live-action Lower Decks, although let's be real, we are all looking forward to that, but we're excited to see what kind of irreverence this new series brings. Let's face it, some of the recent Star Trek shows have tackled some pretty heavy topics with a dark tone. And while that is all well and good, we could use a little levity in our lives. That is why we are stoked that Strange New Worlds is headed towards a lighter tone, and we're hoping that Star Trek Starfleet Academy follows suit. We're excited to see what Kurtzman and Landau have in store for us as they take us on a journey through the rigors of the Academy and the brink of adulthood. And let's not forget the core principles of what Star Trek has always stood for: friendship, camaraderie, honor, and devotion to a cause greater than oneself. You'll be surprised at what happens. So what are you waiting for? Apply today. Ex Astris Scientia.